I am at the Hulbert residence, and I'm looking at a 5-ton drive carrier furnace, 150,000 BTU hooked to a 4-ton AC on the outside and a 4-ton coil on the top of this unit. To start off with, you're going to come down the steps in the basement. Let me go this way. I'm going to come down those steps over there. I'm going to walk this way, turn, and you're going to come in the room where the furnace is at. And so to start off with, we have a right hand sided return, and there's what the top of your return looks like going all the way across that way. Then we have at the top of the supply, that supply is going and curving that way. The size of that is in your measurements. The refrigerant line that's coming out of the out of the coil is coming up, going over, and going all the way to the end of the home over here, and keep following it, and it goes through and keeps going and going like the Energizer battery rabbit guy. It's about 40 foot of refrigerant line back to this unit, and it is located right outside the garage, left hand side. Need to check the size of the refrigerant line here, because there's two different sizes right there, so I need to go out and check the outside unit too, and just make sure that I know what size your lower side line is. You have a humidifier on here. There's your label on your humidifier. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we are going to be talking about possibly replacing the whole unit and possibly replacing the water heater. So this is the setup that we have going into the floor drain down there. Here's your gas line, and not seeing any shut off until you get way up there at the top. So that probably needs a new gas shut off. Electrical coming in on the left hand side with a plug for the humidifier. They have a Honeywell filter media cabinet that is supposed to be 5-inch. They have a 20 by 25 by 4-inch filter in there right now, and that needs to be have a filter in there that actually fits. So I would say a 20 by 25 by 5-inch would fit in there just right. Here is your thermostat for your humidifier that they have on there, the April Air. And pretty much we've talked about the top. I want to talk about, or we talked about the top of the ductwork, talked about the return, talked about the humidifier and the line set where it goes, how the gas line comes in 3/4 inch into the side of the furnace. We talked about the humidifier. The flue is a 6-inch single wall flue. Goes up into the old-fashioned cap off there, which is no longer in use for new models, so we need to cap off a 6-inch flue right here, or he would have to buy a whole flue liner kit. So I think we are going to talk about 90 plus furnaces. He does have a bend in the bottom of his return on the right. The furnace is sitting directly on the floor, as such is the water heater. Both not a good practice, as you know. So the water heater is pretty old. It's starting to rust at the bottom. Looks like it's getting a little brittle on the bottom of the water heater itself. It was put in 98. It is a 50-gallon water heater. US gallon 50. This is an electric water heater. So 50-gallon electric water heater. And we might be discussing water heater promo with this. So this is what we're looking at. Full picture of everything. Thank you for watching.